Hey everybody, this is Rydo, and we are back with another recording of Mirror Mysteries 2, The Forgotten Worlds. So we just got a circular plate, and were taunted by the evil mirror that has been we're fighting against. I mean, really in the last senses, I think if we weren't here to save Tommy, the boy from the first game, we wouldn't have any excuse to even be involved in this. So, that was an interesting sound. We're looking for the statue's head. We have this zodiac puzzle that we don't really want to go to because it's going to be a nightmare. Some hidden object games, well, usually not particularly hidden object games, but some games somewhat similar to this will allow you to take screenshots. Even a few of them will save for every scene you enter automatically. A screenshot over the statue of uh, the statue with the mini arms potentially would have been really nice, because I think that's where that puzzle is going to come back to. So let's just look at it again. We need, I think, to put one here, here. It's not a circular plate like right here though. The next acts like some kind of, what does it act like? Some kind, gonna need a head to make any use of this thing. So we need to find the head. And the only puzzle left is this one right here, I think. When we slowly put the mouse over everything else, it all seems to have been done. Let's put the circular plate here. Rotate the arrow to point at the zodiac tile. Click on that tile to swap it with the center. Okay. Match the tiles that are locked and glow purple. So here we have the crab. We click that. Click on that tile to okay. We got a problem here, don't we? Like, the Taurus here, we know is the bull. So here's the real problem. For each one of these symbols, we just don't know which are which. But I guess the locked ones are the right ones already. So this could be a rather long. This can be incredibly long, actually, because I just don't have this knowledge. Can I say any of them? This like wavy lines here. How about the symbols for justice? Does the lion go here? Does this go here? Oh, okay, we can do this. So then we already know this is wrong. when you get it right, it will work. So we can just kind of do a brute force that's actually probably a lot easier than we thought. So without knowing or understanding these two different ways of depicting the Gemini, I can just constantly click here and swap them out. And if it's right, it will automatically tell me. If it's wrong, it'll just move on to the next thing. So the entire circle, unless I'm doing this wrong, is rotating one rotation. But the rotation is going to become smaller and smaller as we go. We'll keep an eye on this one, see? So it's just going to get smaller and smaller, the number of things that can be swapped out. So I would say you're looking at potentially 8 more clicks, 7, until we get them all. Let's see, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. So I was off. It was only 6 more clicks.
Why do you struggle against the inevitable? You are nothing to me, a minor nuisance.
There's the evil mirror. He doesn't even show up to talk to us. It's just a voiceover, which I guess that's fine. It was kind of weird in the first game where it would pop up down here and show a picture of the mirror talking to you. So now we put the idle head here. Click on any tile to flip it, revealing a symbol. Match the second tile symbol with the first. Okay. This isn't too bad. This is just match game. Ah, we got a little bit of things. A little bit of a problem here. This is kind of a large match game to play. And playing around the center of a circle is certainly going to have problems. And it's not just the same color, it's the same symbol. Which is definitely going to be an issue. This green, I saw a green somewhat similar to this. There, this green and this green. So when we find 2 matches though, we are eliminating a big chunk of potential things. I think we saw something like that earlier. So the strategy to a match game when you have no memory is to have some memory, first of all. Second is to just go the first 2 and then go the next 2 until you see something that somewhat matches. That purple, purple. If I could just maybe find the purple things that are the same color. There's a purple. That purple's different though. So maybe if I just ignore the purples, everything except for purple. Like that and that is not the right purple. purple, here's a purple. Here's a purple. Here's a purple, here's a purple. So close. How about this light blue? Aquamarine. Nope, there's a purple and come on. Man, that's not even close. Oh man. Just brute forcing everything. Just brute force everything. That's all these puzzles are. There's another two. Down. Let's see. This one. Oh, what does this one say? Oh. This is way easier. Just have the speech, the statue speak to you. Well, yeah, this is a lot easier, isn't it? Do we have any matches here? Do we have any matches here? How about here? Do we have any matches? Yeah, just the ones we've done. Oh, the way this is set now, I think what we can do is a little bit of a diversity spread here. So this one against this one, this one against this one against this one. I don't know if diversity spread is a real term or not, but my theory, which I think is going to be proven, is that everything is going to be in quarters on the opposite, or most of them at least. So, without even really paying attention to what I'm clicking over here, I'm just going to try to work my way down this section, clicking on just this one. And when I'm done, I'm just gonna come back and go with the next one. And then we will have tried everything diagonal. And that will hopefully eliminate a lot of them. One would hope. At the very least, it would be nice. There's another one. There's another one. There we go. So that was a good turnabout. Let's go ahead and start here and here. Here and here. Here and here. So the problem here is, of course, I just don't have the memory. All these characters are not of any language I speak, so they don't retain their shape in my mind. The colors don't really help enough. Start here, here. So this is, for me, for probably most English only speaking people, which, let's face it, is probably people from the United States, and maybe that's it. This is going to be really hard. But even if you are from Canada and you speak English and French, it's still going to be hard. It's going to be hard for anybody that doesn't recognize and generally use these characters on a pretty consistent basis. Assuming these are even characters and this isn't just all hogwash squiggles designed to look like, what is this, Hinduism? Hindu letters? There is kind of a disconnect here that we've seen a little bit of Buddhist influence, we've seen a little bit of Chinese influence, what is that? Daoism? Something with a D, I think, is the Chinese one. I could be totally wrong there. We've seen a little bit of several Asian societies that aren't super mixed. That's a typical Western trick too that's done, that people don't recognize the differences. And I'm not that special there either. I don't recognize the differences as much as possible. And to be fair, even like I couldn't tell the difference between somebody from Arkansas or Minnesota. And I live in the United States, so don't feel too bad. Let's now go ahead, since we've done this section, we've only got a few more. Let's go ahead and take this one against these. It's getting easier and easier as we go along, but this is rather long. It's too much. They should have scaled this back a little bit. Well, we know it's not the one next to it. We clicked that. Yeah, this is too much. Too much for a brute force. Too much for anything. It's too much even if you were gonna memorize it. Well, we know this has actually got to match with one of these, doesn't it? Down here. I wish I had looked at the clock to see how long we've been doing this. Probably close to 15 minutes, if I was to guess. It's getting easier. There we go. Last one. So we get the monkey statue, good. And is there anything to click on here? Or anything else to do? Man, that was just too much. And there's nothing else. There was the metal plate that we picked up with the magnet, and that was it. So let's put this statue here. And then I guess we put the head here. And that lowers the center thing. So we can go.
There was one reflection that the mirror could not destroy. My gong. I keep it hidden, and it shines like a diamond. You may use it. In order to find your friend, you will need this frame. Your friend Tommy should have one that will return you to your world. His spirit flickers in and out. He is in danger. Find him, save him, and save us all.
So we're just handed the magical frame.
Mirror, mirror, I see all. I am eternal.
So, interesting list of items we have left. We have matches, a quiver, and a longbow. And the magical frame, of course. So I think we'll make a flaming arrow and shoot it. Would be my guess. Purple now. What a weird transition effect. I would have wished more for a cracking mirror sound effect.
Please help! Somebody, help me! Who's there? Hello? You've got to help me. I need to get down.
So are we in the mirror world now? Let's look at this. I found Tommy and it looks like he's unharmed aside from hanging 50 feet above the ground. There's something around here that I can use to get him down safely. Alright. So let's start here. Seems like we don't have the items to fix that. And over here are some things. There's no way I can reach them. Seems like we might use the arrow to perhaps move the mirrors around. Is there anything else to do? Seems like the only thing we can look at is this. So if we use this with this, or this with this, the statue is vulnerable to direct sunlight. Use a bow to reflect the light into the eyes. Okay.
I don't mean to rush you, but seriously.
It seems like I'm just shooting them all.
I'm getting dizzy up here. Hurry.
Well, I hope I'm doing the right thing. This,
Cut me down, please. The blood is rushing to my head.
so his eyes now start bleeding. So we start a match here. Okay, that's cool. And the altar is red hot. That's great. Now when he falls, he'll die and get cooked. We've really helped things. There must be a reason this has heated up. Ah, we've got a whole section now to look for. Was that there the whole time? Did we need some light? I think we needed some light. So where would the dragon go? I've got this dragon and it goes right here. And then that lights up the rest of the place. Nice. Okay. That's kind of cool. Although I kind of feel like if they were gonna do this trick, we should have been introduced to it earlier in the game and gotten a call back to it, versus this being the very first time we've ever seen it. We need some ship wheel parts. Looking for a featherish type thing. There's 3 gems. They go there. How about right here? Yes, they'd go right there. So that's another piece of the ship wheel. Yeah, maybe it's not a ship wheel. We'll see. So the only thing we need left is just like this curved piece. Where are you hiding, curved piece? Am I gonna have to ask for a hint? I better not. We're in this dangerous position where we could be very close to ending the game, and I could either end the game now if I finish it, and then the episode would just go a little long, or I can start another episode and then turn around and find out that the next episode is really short, which isn't a terrible problem, but sometimes it is a small problem. There's that, which puts that there. Now, if this is like any other area, we'd be done with this area right then. We could put this like quartz sand. I guess we want to put it right here, and it's gonna heat up and melt and turn into what, a reflection?
I will return. You cannot destroy me. You can never destroy me. I am eternal. No!
They didn't subtitle that dialogue.
You think that I am so easily defeated? I will return. I am in every reflection, always. Do you hear me?
He would be a pretty creepy bad guy if he wasn't.
Hey, stop that! What are you doing? God, put me down! Stop it, you feathered freak!
See, they're trying to put some comedy in here. They tried to lighten it up. They did a pretty decent job there, I guess, of lightening the story. We didn't have it as bad, anywhere as bad as the first game. One question I definitely want to ask, though, is why did light hurt the eyes of the statue of the evil mirror being? Can you explain that to me? Overall, I want to say they made some major improvements here. Are we just going to listen to the music for a while? I guess we will. Major improvements over the first game. Still, I would say maybe a little less scenes than I would like, because it was kind of heavy on puzzles, where the first game only had a couple. This one felt like it had a few more, and then we had some brute force puzzles there that were just dumb, so there's still some major problems here. And if you got this for 99 cents, I would say you're probably alright to get play Mirror Mysteries 2 and be alright with it. I really wouldn't, unless you've just played all the other hidden object games. This seemed only to be about 50% of hidden object game anyways. The story was less fantasy than the first one. We didn't have trolls and dwarves and talking mice and all of that. It seemed to be at least slightly more consistent. And then the worlds that we saw, even though there was only, how many did we have? Like 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 sections, maybe 5. There was a less of them versus the 8 that were in the first game, but they were bigger, more thought out, and more varied because we really went from a frozen kingdom in the first game to a fiery kingdom, and then it, the 3 or 4 of those levels were very much the same. As far as hidden object games though, I just kind of want like 100 scenes, where's Waldo, find these 12 objects type of thing. I don't think it really needs a story. I don't think it needs dialogue. I applaud the ambition there, but it didn't really pay for itself, doing all the animation and all that. It looks nice, the pictures look nice, and that's kind of all you'd really want to. One thing I would do if I was going to do a hidden object game is just get like all the public domain paintings of famous paintings and then hide objects on top of that. Learn a little art history there while you're doing it. And then you could put Wikipedia quotes basically of bits of information into the game, and then you've got your whole little story written for you. And that would create more scenes and be a much longer lasting commute style game. Again, I don't know if this ever was ported from a cell phone game. It certainly feels like it should have been. But if they were to make a Mirror Mysteries 3, I'd say fix your program so it runs at 16:9, 1080p resolution. I'd say get rid of the story. I'm glad you lightened it up, but just kind of get rid of it, or fix it in some other ways. Like I said in a previous recording, I kind of wish they had beaten this evil mirror and replaced him with a good mirror, because the concept of an evil mirror making you go through different worlds doesn't add anything to the game at all. I kind of wish there was a new game plus or a game type B where if I went back and played again that it would have me pick up and collect different items, but we know that's not the case because when we picked up broken pieces of a broom in several occasions, it swept off dust, and so there just couldn't be a game type B where you picked up different things. I kind of wish there was some bonus things too, where you could just now go back into the game and click on all the other things. There is certainly some thought that could be put into the system that was used in the second game. I kind of think the first system where the screen cracked a lot after clicking a lot was potentially helpful, that was in there. It stopped people from just clicking like crazy. But this game was significantly easier. We never really got stuck anywhere. We almost got stuck in the middle in the ridiculous constellation things. As we can see, this looks like approaching the right number of people to work on a game like this, and that's quite a lot of people to make a game. But 3 quality assurance things, we didn't have any real bugs. The first game certainly did have a bug in it. 4 quality assurance people, an interface artist, a sketch artist, a lead interface artist, some more artists. That's what you really need in a hidden object game, is just this whole row under director is artist, and that's what you need. Game design, visual effects design. I didn't like the visual effects, but it was in there. Project manager. Good work. I would say this is a decent game. The Mirror Mysteries 2 Forgotten Kingdoms, alright, a lot better than the first game. If you get them in a bundle, then you should be happy. Again, the problem with hidden object games is once you play them once, there's really no reason to play them again. Maybe what you should do is turn off the visual help or play on advanced. I would still do the tutorial though, just for fun, but have like a really slow hint recharge maybe. wits and the skip on difficulty, I would say never turn that off because that would be great. So what happens when I click play here?
I will return. You cannot
Nothing.
destroy.
So that's, it just takes you to the credits. So that's what's that. Big improvement. Big improvement. Still a lot of work could be improved on this game. But I'm much happier ending this series than I was ending the first one. Anywho, that's going to be it for this series. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment if you want to, and watch every second of my videos because all that helps me with YouTube. If you want to support me even further, you can click on my name Rydo. That'll take you to my main YouTube page. On the right is a blue button that says support this channel. You can click that, make a donation. Also on my main YouTube page is a button for playlist. It's a playlist tab is what it is. Click that, you'll have a playlist for every game I've ever covered or am covering right now. I'm sure there's something there that will catch your attention. I have a lot of videos on my channel. Please watch as many as you would like and help my channel grow. Then finally, down below in the description box, please friend and follow me on Google+, Twitter, Facebook, Tumblr. Friend me on Steam also. Friend me on Battle.net. All that helps me out and it helps you out because you will see as soon as my next video is available. Thank you for going through this journey with me. Thank you for watching and have a good evening.